Hello, everybody. It is the 23rd, Wednesday, the 23rd of January, 2019. I want to tell you that yesterday's program has yielded somewhat good results. We need a lot more. A lot more. As I did yesterday, I want to get something out of the way early so that you don't hang up before you hear it or get off of it before you hear it. Folks, I need your help desperately. Please, nicholslive@aol.com, nicholslive@aol.com, on PayPal. See, there's one thing I haven't told y'all. When you are making the phone calls, I've got more to do than you do. I've got you spending 10, 12 minutes a day of your time for 10 days. My mission is different than yours. Not to mention the fact that if you've gotten your script and you've read it, these scripts, you notice it says my name. So I'll be drawing a lot of heat in on me. That's all right. Folks, I've told you before, we're in a war. This is a war. They are trying to take your country from you. We are trying to stop them. If that doesn't fit into the category of a war, I don't know what does. No, it's not guns, bang, bang, bullets, and bombs yet. It's a war of words. And you see, they are so convinced. The progressives are so convinced that we, the average, everyday, moral, conservative Christian, that we're just not going to use our voices. They think they got us. We don't talk, we don't make any noise, so therefore the squeaky wheel gets the most oil. And since we weren't squeaking, they thought they had it made. We're going to bring a voice on them that will rattle the rafters. That's your job. My job is to show organization. My job is to convince them that in 2020, the campaign in 2020, they're all aiming at the president's election, right? Get rid of Trump, get rid of Trump. What they're forgetting is every member of the House, they've got an election in 2020. A third of the senators have an election in 2020. And so they better worry about their election a lot more and worry about impeaching and beating Trump a whole lot less. We're going to do it. We're going to do it if you will do your part, if you will hang in there, if you'll read the scripts just like they're written. Please read them. No excuses. You don't have excuses in this. There's not any, well, I sort of did, but I got busy. No, Folks, you cannot fail on this mission. If each and every one of you are involved, we're winners. If one of you fail to make the calls 6 a day for 10 days, if you fail to do that, the machine breaks down. And when our machine breaks down, the chances of saving the country get awfully slim. I know some of you may not truly understand what this play is all about. What can 6 calls a day possibly do? What can me or you or anyone calling their senator or their congressman or congressman of their state 6 times in a day, how can that possibly save the country. I go back to the simple rules of politics. They're absolute rules, and everyone in Washington knows them. They live by them. See, we don't live by them, you and I. In our world, we don't have to live by that junk. They do. They have to live it every single day. They are scared. Every one of them in Washington, oh, they look like they're all rich, powerful people, right? They stand up like they're some kind of oak tree. They're not. They're squeamish. They're scared. Many of them are just mentally sick. But they're all scared. And so, when they hear thousands of people calling, they panic. Now, here again, you may not understand that. You have never sat, maybe some of you have. If you have, then you understand what I'm talking about. But most of you have not. You have not sat in a congressman or a senator's office in Washington, D.C. when there is a volley of phone calls coming in. They panic. They literally panic. And then you really hit below the belt when we take advantage of the second rule. The second rule, which is you can never make someone like you enough to work as hard to get you elected as somebody that hates you to work to get you defeated. Oh, they know that one well. That's why they dance. That's why they, they're for this, for that, and then when you call them, they're against it and against it. Whatever you need them to be is what they'll say they are. Because they cannot allow you to hate them. They just can't. Now, they've drawn a line for many years. Democrats have drawn a line because if you're a Democrat, you think you're safe within your base. But they're not this time. They are not. Because I'm fixing to cut out the liberals, the true liberals that are in their base. We're going to cut them out. We're going to take them away from them, as many as we can. You see, liberals, as I've told y'all before, liberals need our form of government as bad as we do. They have their agenda. They have the things they want. And although they're different than the things we do, simplest example is abortion. They want to make it legal. We don't. But you see, you can't play that game in a socialist government. When you're under socialism, the liberals don't get a vote either. They don't. We're going to cut them out of the pack. How? By never socialism. Now, some of you may have noticed last night, Sean Hannity has started a portion of his program. I don't know if he's going to do it every day or every other day or when, how often, but he started doing a program right around the time he does his monologue. And he calls it the Socialism Update. Yeah, he's getting on board. Isn't that exciting? Never socialism. We're driving this bus, you and I. And we're going to push it, and we're going to push it hard. And we're going to spread the word until everybody gets it. Till everyone gets the word. I will be going on liberal talk shows. Yes, that's why I said my job's going to be a lot harder than yours. When I go on a liberal talk show, I am going to get cut down, beat up, dragged around, called every name in the book. I will get to some of them. I will get to them. And I will explain how they are not progressives. How the progressives have a complete different agenda than the liberal agenda. And I'll explain how they will lose. If we become a socialist country, they will lose big time. Do you see the plan sort of now? Is it kind of coming in focus to you? Never socialism is a battle cry that has power if you say it. It has power if you believe it. It has tremendous power if you mean it. And I believe everyone listening to me right now means it. So, get ready. Suit up. We've got a battle coming. It's going to be tough. I'm not going to kid you. I don't want to make the 6 calls a day seem so simple that when you actually do them, there may be complications. It may get hard. There may be things thrown in front of us. I'm not saying they won't. One of their most clever tricks is when they start getting a lot of phone calls, they shut down the Capitol switchboard. But if you're smart, you're going to call their local office. When you call the local office, you get the local office to give you the direct number to the congressman or senator's office in Washington. And that way you don't have to go through the switchboard. And then we live for the day. We live for the day when the minute they hear us, they hang up. Boy, oh boy, that's the day. That's the day we can tear it up. Because you don't have to read the script. You'll say a few words of the script, they're going to hang up on you, but they count that call. You wait a little bit and you call them back. They're going to hang up on you. You're going to read the script, they're going to hang up on you after a few words, and they count that call. It's almost magic what you're going to be a part of. And yes, you're going to be a part of a PSYOPs project. Psychological operation. We're going to fool them. Now, I don't think we are really fooling them. I believe, much to my chagrin, I believe in the American people. I believe that there are more Americans out in this country that don't want socialism than there are people that do. I really believe that. I hope I'm not wrong. Problem is, this millennial group, this young group, they think it's cool. They don't have, much as they claim to be the smartest generation, they don't have the wisdom to look at Venezuela and other places around the world where they have interjected socialism. The end is always the same. It fails. But they're not going to look. They're not going to care. As long as they got that Cortez girl out there flip-flopping and everybody thinks she's so cool, their generation, they think the Congress is made up of old white fat men and we need some new young blood in there, even if she's dumb as a stump. They're probably going to move towards socialism. We're going to stop them. We're going to make our people realize that socialism is about to take over. We're going to make the liberals realize socialism is about to take over. And we're going to make the liberals understand when it does, they're hurt just like we are. It'll be a different world. Aren't you kind of getting excited about the possibilities of this? Are you? You know, I love a good fight. God help me. I know I'm crazy as a bed bug. I do know that. And I know my wife tells me all the time, you know, you just got to be in a fight somewhere. Well, yes, I do. I love it. Well, this is your turn. This is your turn to get in the foxhole with me. With me. And I'm going to lead you through a minefield. It's going to be easy for me to lead you through a minefield because most of the positions of the mines, I was the guy that laid them out, making a kind of a comparison so you understand. I'm the guy that wrote the book that they're following. That's why I know these things. I will not let you down, but I need you to not let me down. Now, once again, I'm going to ask you, I've got to have financial help. I cannot walk this walk on fumes. All right? I can't do it. So will you please go to nicholslive.aol.com and send what you can. Oh, hell, I might as well tell you, I mean, what I look at is this. If there's somebody out there that can't send $1 or send a quarter or send 50 cents, I understand because I'm that same way. But everybody shouldn't be like that. And if somebody would send $1, then how can I depend? How can I believe they'll really make 6 calls a day for 10 days? I want you to have skin in the game. Some of you can send 500. Some of you can send 1,000. There's got to be somebody out there with 10,000 that could send it. And you know what? Then I don't have to ask for it no more. We can run through the program without having to beg for money. Wouldn't that be someday? I've got enough pressure on me to sink a battleship. And money makes it even harder, the lack of it. Now, if you can't send through PayPal, you go to nicholslive.com, nicholslive.com, and there you can see how to send it other ways, what other ways there are. God, I want you to be excited. I want you to feel it. I want you to feel it. I want you to feel it in your heart. I want you to feel it in your soul. We are going after them, folks. Do you understand? This is the battle. This is it. This is what we've waited for. Month after month after month, we've had to sit back and be quiet and shut up and stand down and stand down. Now it's time. Now it's time for us to engage. To me, it's not a drudgery. But then again, warning, don't cover ignorance for somebody like me. I'm crazy. I know what, but I know this. There's no more honorable thing than standing up and fighting for our nation. There's just not. So we help. We help financially. And if you can't help financially, or if you can, I need you to communicate through the comments on this YouTube, through the comments, that you're going to make the calls. That you will make the calls. I need you to comment in the comment section and let us know. I do read those, by the way. I guess with that, I'm going to leave you alone today. Get ready. The big day's coming. 8 days. Well, today, and then it's 7 days starting tomorrow. Get ready. There's a power in you that's greater than that that's in them. I promise you. And when it gets tough, we're just going to keep fighting harder. I'm not going to tell you there won't be bumps along the way, because there certainly will. When it gets tough, we're just going to get tougher. You're going to be proud of yourself when this is over. I promise you that. Oh, you'll probably never get recognized for anything. We don't get medals. We don't get recognized for things we do. And it's fine with me. I don't need a medal. I need my country back. With that, I'll bid you good day.